Amy from Infinity Personal Training, and today we're going to make peanut butter chocolate cookies with only 5 ingredients. This actually doesn't have any flour in it at all, not almond flour or brown rice flour or anything like that. So let's go through the ingredients. They're probably stuff that you already have in your house, but let's go through them. So first we have baking soda, then we're going to use sea salt, we have honey, raw honey, chocolate chips. This is the chocolate chip package I use. Of course, you get this at Whole Foods. And peanut butter. I got the organic, unsalted, creamy peanut butter. I use the creamy instead of the natural one, just because we're trying to go for effect with the cookies, and I don't think the chunks would work well in the cookies. So we're gonna mix all these together. First, we're putting in 1 cup of peanut butter. Try to get all the peanut butter out of here. Alright, there's that. Then we're going to add in the honey, and this is 1/3 a cup of honey. And yes, that's a lot of sugar, but we're making a cookie, so is this something you should eat every day? Absolutely not. Is this something you should eat instead of having Chips Ahoy or another kind of cookie that has processed flour and sugar in it? Yes, of course. But use this only when you're craving something, and because it's so simple, it's you can make it right when you need something. Alright. Throw that in there. Alright. Then we're going to use half a teaspoon of sea salt, half a teaspoon of baking soda, and this baking soda lasts forever. I hardly use, you don't need a lot when you're baking, and I leave it in the fridge so that it stays fresh. Then we're going to put in 1 egg. I don't think I said that in the ingredients. That's a terrible egg opening. Okay. And we're going to mix all this stuff together. We're going to mix in the chocolate chips after we incorporate everything. So you really want to make sure you incorporate that honey, because I'm using raw honey. It's kind of lumpy. And I've also preheated the oven to 350 degrees. And I have a cookie sheet waiting with unbleached parchment paper. The parchment paper is a lifesaver, so you don't have to grease the cookie sheet, and you don't have to add any additional calories or oil so they don't stick. Alright, so that's pretty much incorporated. As you can see, it's pretty thick. So we're just going to dump in the chocolate chips. And you don't have to use chocolate chips. You can put maybe pecans or macadamia nuts or something else, whatever floats your boat, whatever you would want in a cookie. But of course, peanut butter and chocolate go together so well. Alright, so we just want to make sure all the chocolate chips get to the bottom so that we don't have a ton of chocolate chips in one cookie. Alright, last step is we're just going to form little cookies and put them on the parchment. So this is how big you should be making them. It's not going too well. You don't want to make them too big because they won't cook thoroughly. Usually I can get about 12 to 13 cookies out of this, so that kind of gives you a sense of how big you should make them. And because there's no wheat in it, if you don't cook, I mean, once the egg, we're going to cook these for 10 minutes, so the egg is the only thing that really needs to be cooked, but everything else is, you could have raw, so there's no problem with having them too big. So I'm going to continue doing this, and I'm going to throw them in the oven for 10 minutes. Okay, I just took the cookies out the oven, and as you can see, they're very gooey. The trick is to let them sit on the tray for about 10 minutes. Don't mind these. I almost dropped the tray. That's why they look like that. But I'll just let them sit, and I'm sure they'll firm up. This is actually a batch that I made earlier, And as you can see, they look like regular cookies and they taste delicious. So just make sure you let them sit and they'll look like this. I let these sit for a good like 10-15 minutes. So that's it. I hope you enjoy our peanut butter chocolate chip cookies.